Hey everybody, it's Scott coming at you today with some news about new disc golf opportunities in Reno. Some of you were at the bag tag finale earlier in December and already know that we have another new course coming to Reno very, very soon. Before I get to that, I'm going to explain that I can't reveal all the information just yet. Some of us have been working very hard to make this happen, and it's all in relationship to a new partnership with a different local government agency that we have yet to actually complete a project with. This project was made possible through a grant from the CARES Act, which is totally crazy. This is the first disc golf course within 200 miles at least of Reno that has not been paid for by individual disc golfers like us or those disc golfers raising money to build the courses. So it's exciting. And before I get to more details, I'm going to tell you why I can't reveal all of the information. Look, 99% of all disc golfers out there that you meet here, there, anywhere are great people. But there's this 1 or 2 rotten percent that makes things difficult. What you might not know is that 99% of all disc golf everywhere was provided by other disc golfers raising money and doing the hard work to put those courses in the ground. What makes that possible is relationships that are built between us and counties and cities. Without these relationships, it is not possible to make new courses happen for you to play wherever you go. All right? So why is that? Well, it's because although disc golf is gaining in popularity, in most places parks are already established and developed. Disc golf organizations like ours are coming in and saying, hey, would you consider letting us build a disc golf course on this property? They have the land, they have the public's best interest at heart, but they're not quite sure what disc golf is or haven't been. They're not sure how it's going to impact the current activities at the park. For example, is this going to put other park users at danger? Or is this activity going to damage the existing resource like trees, benches, structures through this use? I know this might seem like it's unrelated to what I'm about to share with you. It's important that everybody understands that disc golf isn't just there magically. A lot of people have put in a lot of their own money and donated thousands of hours to making these things happen so everyone can enjoy them. Back to the considerations that would prevent a local jurisdiction from working with us to provide new disc golf courses. So they have the piece of land. They're not sure how the new use is going to impact the current park or piece of land. What happens is we get a disc golf course like Reno's first disc golf course, the Ranch in the Ground. At first it seems like a great thing that we've done. And then things start to happen like people destroying the benches that we paid for. Disc golfers paid for those benches, and people are out there just destroying them for what? It makes it difficult for people that have put their time and money into these projects to stay enthusiastic about continuing to provide you with more opportunities to play. And seriously, as a person that puts time and money into these things, why would I want to pay to put a bench in a park that you're just going to tear apart? Why would I spend more time developing new disc golf courses that you're just going to trash? You're saying, I love playing disc golf, but I refuse to respect what's been given to me to use. People throwing their beer cans on the ground, and then the managers of that land contacting us going, look, this is an issue. And then the next time we go to build a disc golf course, that type of thing is brought up. What you're doing when you do that type of thing is damaging our relationship with counties and cities to build more disc golf courses. Things like what recently happened at the Wedge, where some donut hole brain that is new to the sport went out there and thought the easiest course in Reno was too difficult for them. And they took it upon themselves to tear out bushes and break branches. That kind of thing is looked upon and frowned upon and brought up the next time we have a discussion with the county about having a new disc golf course that we will build. They stop and they think about it and they go, well, there's these issues of your users littering the park, damaging the vegetation, and vandalizing what you guys paid to put in. Why would we want more of that at other parks? It's great that people are using what you've built, but this type of behavior is not something that we want to have happening at our parks. One more thing. It's the same thing as damaging the benches. Discharger. Let's talk about Discharger. When I was new to disc golf a long time ago, I saw someone had drawn a circle on a bench and it said Discharger. And it was, you could put your disc there and pretend like it was charging, and I thought that was pretty funny. Until I understood later what that actually does to the sport of disc golf. That type of thing at a disc golf course may be funny, but it hurts the sport of disc golf, and this is why. When you consider that these courses were paid for by us, not all of us, a very small portion of us, and those courses were built through the hard work of people like some of us, I understood that putting that type of thing on a course that these people had built disrespects what they have done to provide me with the opportunity to play disc golf. As a person that builds courses and raises money to make it happen, I find the Discharger that has appeared on rocks and benches that we've paid for and stonework that we put in the ground, for example at Lizard Peak, extremely discouraging, because when you put Discharger on something that we worked hard to build, you are disrespecting what we've done. Not only are you disrespecting the effort, you are inviting other people to disrespect the opportunity to play disc golf in this park. You're inviting them to trash the park. You're inviting them to join in with the disrespect you've shown for the park. You're inviting these people to vandalize and ruin what we've worked hard to build for everybody. Earlier this year, some of us had to spend a lot of time trying to prevent further damage to our relationship with Washoe County when there were COVID restrictions that were supposed to be recognized and enforced so that we could still play disc golf. We put up videos, we put up signage, we tried to educate the public that certain things were going to be necessary for those courses to stay open. So what happens? People just couldn't limit their groups to 4 or less. People refused to recognize the social distancing guidelines. Sheriffs and rangers were witnessing this and reporting to the people that run the parks, and we were forced to pull the baskets. Yeah, I've got time to run around doing that. Pull the baskets so we could keep the courses open in the future. What happens if we don't pull the baskets? Well, we could pull the baskets to enforce the COVID guidelines, or get the baskets out of here and never bring them back. Then people go out there and start putting wooden poles in the basket receivers and playing anyway. There's no two ways about the fact that those actions benefit only one person, and that's the person doing that. You are damaging our relationship with our partners that make disc golf happen here when you do stuff like that. You make us all look bad. So the fact that people like that are out there running around doing whatever they think is best for them makes it difficult for us and our partners to tell you the full story when we have great news for everybody. You see what I'm saying? We can't be involved in a major construction project and have a bunch of knuckleheads like that out there running around screwing stuff up. So now that I've got that off my chest, to the good news. Look, there's a new 18-hole course going in Reno. It's going to be ready for us to play within the next few weeks. This is the first course. After I've said all that, I just want to really reiterate, it's important that you respect what's been given to us to use, all right? Anyway, there's a brand new course coming to Reno. It's going to be ready to play in the next few weeks. There's a couple of exciting things about this. The first of which is that this is the first disc golf course in forever that has not been paid for by us. Through our partnership with this government entity, which we'll reveal when we reveal the final location of the course soon. Because disc golf was federally recognized as a socially distant sport, it was possible to obtain a grant that paid for the whole project. After we've spent months designing and planning and cooperating and making a partnership strong enough to get this course built with the surveying information that we've provided and the design, a construction company is coming in and putting in the course. It's going to be the first course in our region to have cement tee-pads. There's tons of split rail fence that divide the fairways and delineate OB. There's a lot of mandos. There's a pyramid with a disc golf basket on it. There is going to be a double gate. If you watch disc golf events, you might be familiar with the course Winthrop Gold. There's a famous double gate in Winthrop Gold that we are emulating at this course. 3 of the holes right now will be playing out of an existing park with grass and trees out into an area that's more like the ranch currently. So it gives us some varied terrain. Now, out at that park, the exciting thing is that after this phase of the project is done, later we have plans to extend the irrigation and plant more trees. And as the rest of this park gets built in the master plan, there will be more opportunities in the future to add more trees, which is fantastic. Everyone is excited about that, except for the knucklehead that decided he would cut down the trees at the bushes at the wedge. You know, we don't even want you on our courses, so you can just tune out and quit the page. You are persona non grata. In surfing, we'd call you a Barney. In Hawaii, they'd call you a Howley. You're an outsider, and you hurt the sport. So just beat it, Barney. Anyway. So a lot of exciting things are happening at this new course. As soon as we're able to, we will tell you where it is, and keep an eye out this week for an announcement. We can use your help. While we have been working to get things in the ground and built, there's a couple of projects we could use help on. There will be a work group next week after doubles where we will go through the park and do a little bit of litter cleanup. We'll take a look at things, and there's one hole where we don't have split rail fence that delineates the OB, where we'll be putting some rock boundaries, and we could use everyone's help. You know, these things really shouldn't take too long. We'll knock them out. We're gonna make this place look great, and then when it's done, we're gonna have an awesome new course to play, and we can't wait to have you guys come out and enjoy it. A lot of exciting things coming in 2021. Everyone's excited to say goodbye to 2020, but let's not forget that we did some great things last year despite what was happening, and look forward to next year together. Thank you, guys.